Hey, my name's Spencer Riggs, and I'm going to give a very quick demonstration of the Sonic Cane, which is what I entered for the Envision the Future Challenge. Now, the print is very, very simple. I did it at 0.18 layer heights, and it quoted out on Cura at about 24 minutes, and I did it at with 50 millimeter per second movement speeds in a material called ASA, and that ASA is almost identical to ABS in terms of its working properties. So very, very simple, and this can be done in ABS, PLA, whatever. I find that if you want it to be dimensionally accurate to how it is in the design, I recommend using ABS because again, similar working properties to ASA, and ASA provides a perfect fit. Now, what is this actually for? How does it help the blind? A man named Daniel Kish, when he was a young man, he was blind or is blind, and he would basically use echolocation. He'd make clicks with his sounds when he was clicks with his mouth when he was climbing trees, and that would allow him to gauge his height off the ground using echolocation. As he got older, he branded the technique as flash sonar, and that's what this is for, is to help kids learn flash sonar. Now, why bother with a 3D printed part if a Snapple cap works just as well? Well, the perfectly flat surface actually allows it to act as more of a tympanum. And that means that it can help transfer sound for things a lot easier. So, like, you can press it up against glass and such like that, and you can use it to amplify the sound of the click using the device, using the hard surface as your amplifier. And that helps people who learning flash sonar to be able to map more of a room with a slightly louder click, especially when there's background noise. Now, the grooves on the edge of it are designed for two things. They're there for grippage, and there are three things actually. For grippage, so that it stands out better in your pocket, and for use for identifying in small surface deviations that the fingers are just not sensitive enough to pick up. So you can drag the edge of this along a hard surface and it will pick up small things, small dents, small nicks, small whatever, so they can get so that the blind can get more of a feel for exactly where something is, or get an idea for, you know, whatever deviation they're looking for. What I've noticed too is that this actually does make different sounds based on the material, obviously, but if you press it up against, say, leather, it'll make a different sound as opposed to a plastic, which is kind of nice because the sound from the click and the tympanum will actually help identify surfaces with textures that might be misleading, sort of like Kydex. Some people feel it looks a lot like leather, but it doesn't ring like leather, so that's kind of what it's for. But this is actually a very common technique in terms of flash sonar. Is a very common practice, and it's growing in popularity. He actually teaches, the guy I talked about before, Daniel Kish, he actually teaches this to young teenagers to help them navigate all sorts of different environments outside and such like that, and inside. But yeah, that is the Sonic Cane. Prints in about half an hour. Thanks. Take care.